Good morning, Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan, and welcome to our weekly team meeting. Today is August 10th, which, if you're like me, is probably slightly terrifying. We're already 1/3 of the way through the month of August. How did that happen? I feel like we just wrapped up July. But we are very excited to have you all here today and very excited for our agenda today. We've got a lot of great stuff to talk about and some great takeaways for everybody. I want to start, as we do, with a different piece of our Keller Williams MVVBP. That's our mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspectives. Today is we're going to talk about our values. With the values of this company are God, family, then business. Very intentionally put in that order. And I want to focus today on this concept of family being a value. We talk a lot as a company about our Keller Williams family and what it means to be a part of this family. And we are very fortunate to have a very big Keller Williams family, both locally and nationally. And part of that being a part of a family is sometimes we fall on hard times, and our family can be there to pick us up, to help us, and to see us through. And we as a company have an organization inside of our organization. This is one of Gary Keller's biggest paradigms, is that if you build a life and a business big enough, you can fit a lot of other things inside of it. And so for our company, as it's grown, we've grown a very large organization, a very impactful organization inside of Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan, which is Keller Williams Cleveland Cares. And so when we think about that concept of family and being there for our family members, KW Cares is one of the ways that we do that as a company. And so I wanted to highlight that because, for as busy as the market has been, for as crazy as the last 18 months have been for everybody in different ways, shapes, and forms, we can sometimes get distracted and there could be, tragedy happening right next to us. And we might not know how to support, how to be there for somebody. And listen, when you're a part of this company and you're a part of this family, it doesn't always have to be you. You can reach out to myself, any member of the leadership team, any member of the KW Cares Committee. It's chaired by Marty Emmerman, the folks like Helene Cicero and Allison Benoit and Cynthia Reynolds and Debbie Ritchie. All of these folks who give of their time to help respond to the needs of our agents during difficult times. So if you know of anyone who's in need, if you yourself have any sudden tragedies befall you, please know that your family's here for you. And also, I would be remiss not to say thank you to the literally over 100 individuals who actively give to KW Cares, whether it's as a part of their transactions or on a monthly or quarterly basis. So thank you so much. Our ability to respond and be there for our Keller Williams family comes at the benefit of your generosity. So thank you so much for that. So with that little values and plug for KW Cares, let's get into the then business part of the equation. So we have our Paint the Town Red segment for those of you who haven't been here a while, or maybe it's been a while since you've jumped onto one of these sales meetings. The great opportunity here is go ahead and drop in your listings, drop in your buyer needs, and let's try to connect some buyers and sellers inside of Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan and do a little family deal. Those are always more fun. And wanted to throw some stats up for you. Year to date, guys, how important are listings in this market? How important have listings been this year? they've been very important, right? And the market has responded, and listings year over year are up 7%, almost 7% for the entire market. You all, this company, the agents in this company, are outpacing the market from a listing standpoint. Listings are up almost 10% year to date. So big congratulations to you on being in relationship and being in conversation with the people in your life who need your support as a real estate professional. So go ahead and drop anything that you have coming or any needs that you have in the chat box. And now let's do a little update on our numbers. As we close the books on July, we have seen continued growth and strength as a market center. We've seen it in all of your businesses, and make no mistake, the company numbers don't look good unless the agent numbers look good. And so, you know, as we dial in and we see the number of people who are having bigger years than they were last year, these numbers start to make a lot of sense. But you know, let's go ahead and call out a couple big ones. Closed units being up almost 10% for the month of July, 7% year to date. Listings taken, you see those numbers. There's slight variance between the MLS and KW just based on, you know, some things don't always end up in the MLS. And then the closed GCI number is my favorite because that's money that agents make. And so the amount of money that our agents are putting in their pockets to fund their perfect lives, right? To pay off mortgages, to buy vacation homes, to take kids to Disney. That number is up 20% year to date and was up over 30% in the month of July. And, you know, there's a lot of conversations about, well, you know, the year to date numbers, they're a little bit off because of all the stuff that happened during COVID last year. And, you know, you know, that's, so the numbers aren't really like, they're not really that good, guys. You know, July of last year was one of the best months in company history. You know, we had you know, and it's always a strong month. Same for June, same for August, and our August is off to a incredible start. So, you know, don't believe the narrative that this is all just a conversation around whether or not things were good or bad last year. Things were great last year. It was the best year in the history of our company, and they're even better this year. So congratulations to you on that. And, you know, if there's ever anything that you need as a part of the Keller Williams family to grow your business and to claim your share of this great market, please reach out, let us know, and let's have a conversation. Speaking of people making the most of things, our cappers for July, the most cappers we've ever had in the month of July, and some really strong performances there. People capping very quickly, which is very exciting, meaning they're spending a lot of time earning 100% of their commissions. And we're going to hear from an outstanding agent, Jermaine Burge, a little bit later in today's program about his major accomplishment in cutting his time to cap in half year over year. All right, let's jump into some upcoming events. Here is your August calendar. Just a couple things that I want to call out on the right-hand side of the screen, and that is, you know, don't forget, for anybody who is, you know, looking for an extra deal this month or an extra opportunity for an extra deal, opportunity time is a great way to have your phone ring with, you guessed it, opportunities. And then also, if you are looking to get in a community and be around people who are making phone calls, so you are compelled to make phone calls, you know, there are groups in both offices every morning, 9 to 11, making calls. If you want to get plugged in with either one of those groups who are doing power hours, please let somebody on the staff know. And then we'll talk a little bit more about Mega Camp and a little bit more about Tech Tuesdays in just a moment. All right, quick reminder, this Thursday, we have our second Lunch and Learn of the month. We had a great turnout and a lot of fun last week with Cross Country Mortgage. So this week, Greater Metropolitan Title and Escrow will be on both sides of town at 1 p.m., serving lunch and talking us through all the great and exciting things about title and escrow services. And then speaking of title and escrow, get a little kayak education with a little continuing education. Huh? How about that? A little KE and CE. We're going to have our CE class. It's all right. I'll laugh at my own jokes, guys. Don't worry. We're going to have our CE class, CE opportunity through GM Title, and a really great event to get on the water and soak up some of this beautiful Northeast Ohio weather. That is next Thursday on August 19th. And then Tech Tuesdays, stick around after the sales meeting from 10:30 to 11 today. We're going to be having our Tech Tuesday this week. Danielle Sullivan is going to be taking us through the marketing leverage that you have at your fingertips in Command. Guys, we heard you through the survey. We heard your feedback regarding, hey, we want more opportunities in education around Command. This is, we're switching up the mediums in which we're doing it. This is a great opportunity. Our staff is all power users in Command. We all use Command. And so anything that you need, you can come to any of us for related to Command. And then of course, if you're ever in a position where you can't come to one of the fantastic training opportunities that exist inside of this company, they are all recorded. They are all available on our YouTube page. Go to YouTube, search Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan Training. You'll see a full library of everything that we've done in the COVID, post-COVID era, or I guess, COVID, post-COVID, and now maybe pre-COVID era again, to support you. And so there's great content there for any piece of your business. Now let's talk about Mega Camp. You may have saw an email from Gary Keller or a Facebook post from me last Friday based on what's happening with the surge in COVID cases due to the Delta variant in Austin, Texas. Mega Camp is now a 100% a virtual event. We had almost about a dozen agents planning to head down there and take advantage of Mega Camp in person. It'll all now be digital. Here's the thing to remember. We are treating this like the Super Bowl, right? Not everybody gets to go to the Super Bowl, but everybody gets to watch the Super Bowl. And we as a company are going to be throwing a couple of really fun Super Bowl parties. You'll see information coming out about that. There will be one at Shaker Heights Country Club on Tuesday, August 24th, and then an event on the west side at Avon Oaks on Wednesday, August 25th. And so we'll be doing watch parties for these really fantastic interviews that our founder and CEO, Gary Keller, does with mega agents throughout the world, right? And so he'll be having really high-level conversations, digging into the businesses of rockstar solo agents, rockstar team agents, big mega agents, team owners, expansionists. Everybody will have something to learn from the conversations led by Gary during the last week of the month. And then also, if we can drop in the chat the link to register, because while those big chunks of conversation with Gary are extremely powerful and extremely impactful, there is a whole slew of breakout sessions to cover each and every piece of your business and what it takes to get to the next level. So conversations with Gary, really great for ideation and inspiration. But if we want to get down into the brass tacks of how to implement better lead generation, maximizing opportunities with listings, breaking into luxury, whatever it is, these breakout sessions will be really intimate conversations with panels and then breakouts to mastermind with other agents throughout the country. So don't miss out on your chance to get in on the Mega Camp experience, and then block off the 24th and 25th as we'll be having Mega Camp watch parties on each side of town.
And Mike, I just want to add there, so just to be clear, I just dropped 2 links in the chat. So the first one is for our watch parties, which, like we said, we'll send something out, but if you guys want to get your ticket, you can go ahead and do that now. And then the second one is going to cost you money because that's the ticket to get access into the full digital Mega Camp. Cool? Okay.
Excellent.
And we do have limited seating, so you heard it here first. Get your tickets for the watch parties if you're coming.
Do not, don't be that person who has FOMO and says they wish they could have come to the watch party. Get your ticket now. All right, guys, just your monthly or weekly reminder that we have our monthly career session on Wednesday, August 25th at 5:30 p.m. That's happening on both sides of town and via Zoom. So anybody that you know that is interested in a career in real estate, do you know anybody who is currently in the process of completing their real estate school to get their license? Do you know somebody who was recently licensed and didn't go through a full-throated selection process regarding their broker, and they might be interested in learning more about opportunities here? Literally anybody you know that is within arm's reach of real estate should be a part of this conversation to learn more about what we do as a company and our commitments to supporting our agents growing big businesses. And there is always the added benefit of that growing your profit share tree. A little teaser for the sales meeting a couple weeks from now, but after the month of July closed, we are now officially the number 6 most profitable market center in the entire world. So watch out. We are only 5,000 American dollars behind number 5. So we will be cracking the top 5 momentarily. Quick reminder of some key dates for the fall. We also heard your feedback around getting the calendar pushed out further. So we are locking in dates for business planning clinics, for CEs, for trunk or treats and chili cook-offs and gratitude gatherings. So please mark those on your calendar. I want to call out any previous materials that went out. We were showing the business planning clinic as November 4th. It is now Monday, November 8th. That will be, we're doing one big happy family style business planning clinic. It will be at Michael's Woodside Event Center in Broadview Heights. So pretty central location, great venue. You know it from Bold, you know it from Jeff Glover events. So get excited about that. And then the other one that was on there, and the tie-in to the callback to the start of the conversation, we have our largest KW Cares fundraiser of the year, the KW Cleveland Cares Clam Bake on Friday, September 24th. That is the last Friday in September. This is a ton of fun. We'll be at Mayfield Country Club. We'll be eating steak. We'll be baking clams. We'll be sipping some vino, perhaps even a Pilsner in there, having a lot of fun, dancing to live music. And our resident auctioneer, Tom Seaman, will be taking us through a live auction for some great things. All the money, all the proceeds from the auctions and the raffles go to benefit KW Cares, to put us in a position to have great events like Red Day and to be there for our agents as they have needs. So please mark that on your calendar. There will also be limited tickets here. I think our capacity is somewhere around 200, and yes, we sell out every year. So do not sleep on this one. All right, now, if we could, I promised you a conversation with a really outstanding agent. His name is Jermaine Burge, and Jermaine is joining us this morning, fresh off a visit to the chiropractor, getting his back adjusted because he put this whole market on his shoulders and has just been carrying it all year. Jermaine, how are you this morning, my friend?
Hey, I'm good, man. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing very, very well. I am so glad you could be with us. I want to set the stage for the folks. You came to our company. When was it? You are 2 or 3 years now in the mix.
About 2.5. Came in March of 2019.
March of 2019, and you were a first-time capper in January of 2020. That's right?
Correct.
All right. So captain is second full year in the business. Huge accomplishment. That's awesome. Now, you also have entered a very cool rank as you capped in January of this year. And then you capped again in August.
Right.
So 2 caps in the same calendar year, 10 months to cap the first time, 5 months to cap this time around. And your business year over year, I was looking at the stats this morning, you're over $2.5 million closed through the month of July. And you were at about a third of that this time last year. So inquiring minds want to know, first of all, what's the goal? What's your goal for this year? What's been the big drive?
So my goal for this year was to do at least 5 million. So I'm pretty much a little over halfway there, reaching that goal by the end of the year. So I'm excited about that. That was the big goal for this year, just to kind of double, actually a little bit more than double what I did last year.
Yeah. Well, tell me, like, you're on your way there. You've had a fantastic, as I said, fantastic start. You're going to spend the next 7 months getting 100% of your commissions. What did you change, or what really started to click for you in your business that has allowed, this growth?
I started to understand how much following up, how major that is. So I became a lot more aggressive in follow up. Excuse me. My calendar and reminder app are like my best friends. I'm slowly getting better with command. I just been sticking to what I'm kind of used to. So those have become my best friends, those 2 apps, just being able to follow up with people. If somebody send me a text, I'll send a reminder on my phone, hey, text somebody back or call somebody back, or whatever it is. So follow-up has been more on social media. I never, prior to me becoming a realtor. So once I started to see that was effective, I kind of dove into it, and I, still could do a little better with it, but it's been very, very helpful for me. And then lastly, just reaching out to my sphere has been very impactful for me. Just asking, if you know somebody, or just using what I'm good at to my advantage. I grew up in church, so I've been a musician pretty much for years. I played with different singers and groups and met a lot of different people in church. So a lot of those people I'm in contact with on social media. So if I see a message or a post remotely close to real estate, I'm going to respond to it. So just kind of using those 3 things that really is just kind of boosted, where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I love that. I think that we hear this from a lot of agents as they make the transition into building big and consistent businesses. Is when you're first starting out and you're looking for your first deal or your second deal or your third deal, it's like you need the contact that you make to turn up a deal for the next 30 days, right? And so the follow-up game, we're looking for transactions, not leads at that point, right? But as you get some consistency, what I heard you say was your ability to follow up with people that you talked to 3 months ago or 6 months ago, or that indicated a need down the road, has allowed you to bring that business through the funnel.
Yep, exactly.
That's
exactly
huge.
Right.
And absolutely. I mean, everything that we do in our lives, everyone that we come in contact, or at least 99% of them, they are going to have a real estate need at some point. So you nurture that relationship and follow up, you're going to be their realtor for life.
Yep. Exactly right.
Jermaine, we're going to talk a little bit about mindset here towards the end, but talk to me about the mindset of, like, you've capped now, and you up into anything that you close until March 1st of next year is going to be 100% commission. How does that mindset shift, or how does that shift your mindset in the way that you approach your business now that you are earning 100%?
So, man, mindset is just been to turn it up a notch. Not crazy, but I know that it's a couple things that I can add to the repertoire to get a little bit more business. The 2 things that I'm focusing on from here on out is doing a couple of events, and I'm gonna, break my little, I don't want to say fear of but intimidation of cold calling. So that's something I just really learning the scripts and really mastering those, because I know that's going to be very helpful somewhere down the line, and even now. So those are the two things that I'm gearing towards focusing in on, is doing some events, couple that I'm interested in doing, sponsoring, and then cold calling. I'm normally used to.
I love that, man. I love that a lot. So reaching all of the people you can in your sphere with a big event, and then growing that sphere by getting on the phone with strangers. The cold call. I know it's intimidating, man. It's intimidating. But listen, what advice would you give to somebody? Maybe it's the advice you would give to Jermaine of March of 2019. What's the for the agent that's building the business, for the agent that's struggling to string together a few deals? What's the advice?
Stay connected, whether it's through training, whether it's through connecting with seasoned agents, which was very, very good for me. Taking advantage of the Facebook group, the opportunity time, as was mentioned earlier. That's something that helped me out a little bit in the career. Showing properties for agents. I think we talked about that with Art Obleton a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Showing properties for agents, sitting in for inspections, just getting to know, the seasoned agents, getting to know the people that, that are in the position that you would like to be in. So those are big. And, I was, when the person that helped me, Art Obleton, now that I mentioned, he was one of the guys that helped me when I first started. And I always in the back of my mind said, I can't wait until I'm able to help somebody else. And that opportunity has come, where I've been able to help out a few agents, and I'm excited about that.
That is incredible, and what a testament to you as an individual, your personal values, and the opportunity that we have as a company to be in business with you. So thank you for that. And if anyone else didn't hear it like I did, I think that was an open invitation to ask Jermaine for help.
Sure,
all right.
Sure.
You brought up staying connected, stay plugged into the Facebook group, keep coming to the trainings. We flash every week everything we got coming down the pike from event and training. Is there anything that you're looking forward to, or now that you're you see the rhythm of the market center, is there anything you're like, oh, this is coming back in the fall, I'm looking forward to that?
So 3 events I am looking forward to. I heard about an event that's going to be next month called Map to Cap, for people that have, capped within 3 years or so. I am always looking forward to the business planning clinic. I believe I attended the one last year and the year before, and it was always good. Always good. Whether you're seasoned or new, it's always a good event to attend. And the 3rd event, probably the biggest event of all time, my birthday is Thursday, and I believe that qualifies for a KW event. So.
Okay. So we'll have to get that on the official calendar. I think that was,
get it on the calendar.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure that happens. Or maybe swing by the Lunch and Learn with Title. Maybe they'll have a birthday cake for you, or at least a cupcake. Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. What are you going to be? You're going to be, is he turned the big 3-0 this year? Is that right?
Oh man, I wish. Yeah, let's just say 3-0. No,
oh man. Well, listen, we're looking forward to seeing this your business continue to grow as always. And if there's anything that I or any other member of the leadership team or the ALC can do to support you, you say it. We'll do it. I really appreciate you taking some time this morning, man. So thrilled for your business and where it's going, and as I said, thrilled to be in business with you.
Oh man, shout out to you. Shout out to the leadership team. It's a pleasure. I'm honored to even be, interview today. This is not my thing to talk in front of groups, but I appreciate the opportunity, man.
Yeah. Well, let's just say that this is practice for when you host your big event. You're going to have to get up and say a few words there. So this is, talked in front of 55 people today. So, and there's, if you can get to the chat, there is a lot of love for you in the chat, my friend. So congratulations.
I appreciate it.
All right, sir. Thank you very
appreciate
much.
It.
Absolutely.
All right, Mike.
Yeah. Let's absolutely fantastic, guys. So thrilled about that. Let's dive, let's bring it down a notch. I know everyone's running real hot, running real emotional. I want to get some guys up here on the stage who are a nice cold bucket of water, because they're going to talk about an uptick in mortgage rates. So Sean Hadley, Don Jarecki, what do you got for us today?
I just never know how to transition with you, Mike. Thank you. But yeah, job numbers somewhat mixed here last week. Little bit of upward pressure in terms of interest rates, probably more due to uncertainty or just caution more than anything else. Still sitting pretty on a 30-year fixed. I mean, it's pretty much most of the numbers are going to start with a 2, and that's never anything to complain about. Topic for today, I'm going to drop in the chat box here, is just on appraisals. Good to talk about this every couple of months. Conventional FHA, VA, USDA, and then I'll come back to appraisal waivers here in a second. And I think Don was on here. Thought I saw him before, so we'll have him jump on here too. But just conventional appraisals. I mean, most of you, any of you on this have probably been to more appraisals than I have. The only appraisal I was ever at is for my own refinance. Loan officers aren't supposed to go to appraisals or anything like that. So conventional appraisers usually in and out of the house. Most appraisers, their work is done back at the office when they're doing the research and finding other comparables to come up with value. In terms of the condition of the home, they are looking to some extent safe, sanitary, sound, but as I think everybody on here knows, FHA is going to be a little bit more pickier. FHA is more likely to cite things like GFCI outlets, chip paint on the exterior or even interior walls, especially if the house was built before 78. Handrails, smoke detectors. Don't be afraid of FHA loans, offers, appraisals. I'd say for every 10 appraisals with FHA, 8, maybe 9 are coming back nice and clean. And usually that 9th or 10th that might have a repair, typically pretty minor. The VA appraisal is definitely going to be a bit more. I would say the VA appraisal, maybe not quite as detailed as a city point of sale inspection, but they're going to be looking a little bit into it, condition, just to make sure that the veteran homeowner, soon to be homeowner, isn't taking on a lot of repairs or a lot of risk. And USDA, for those touching on those loans, maybe we'll talk about that product in weeks to come here, but kind of more or less like an FHA. Appraisal waivers, just a reminder on what an appraisal waiver is. Conventional buyer, owner occupied, 20% down, does not automatically grant them an appraisal waiver, but basically those are the eligibility kind of characteristics. When a buyer is under contract, starts their loan application, Don or I, or any lender who offers these, is going to run it through an automated underwriting system with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. That system will tell us, yes, this house is eligible for a waiver, and the buyer can opt in or opt out of doing an appraisal at that point. So just so you know how that works, I wanted to touch on that, and I'll pop a flyer in here. Don, are you still out there? He was on here before. He was laughing at Mike's jokes. So
I don't think he is.
Well,
you don't think Mike here, or you don't think he was laughing at my jokes?
Both. Yeah.
That's all I have. So appraisals. Anybody have any questions or comments? No. All right. Sorry,
guys. It's we've been working with Sean and reached out to a few other folks to get in touch with some appraisers. We want to bring that sort of as a sales meeting education for everyone, just so we all better understand that process and how we as agents and as partners with our mortgage companies can support that. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming before the end of the month. Thank you very much, Mr. Hadley. Don Jarecki will never be forgiven for his absence today. Next, I want to throw it over to Jess Ivins with Greater Metropolitan Management. Jess, I know you just got a hot second with us here today, but what's the latest and greatest?
Yeah, hi everybody, good morning. Today, I just wanted to quickly touch on the Cleveland lead-based paint coalition. Not sure if anybody's heard about this yet, but it is an initiative that the city of Cleveland rolled out around the beginning of March that is affecting all owners of rental properties in Cleveland. Pretty largely because they are requiring you to get your homes tested for lead paint, which I think we all know is quite costly. So what we do know right now is that this is only for the city of Cleveland. So again, I think we all know that there's a lot of zip codes that overlap in like Garfield Heights or Cleveland Heights, for example, with the city of Cleveland. Those do not apply. It's only for any properties with the address of Cleveland within the zip codes that the city has provided on their website with their rollout schedule is what they're calling it. So right now they're focusing on about 4 different zip codes for people who need to get their property tested for lead. We have been working really closely with our attorneys to be in the know on this ever constant changing program. We have vendors that we use that get good pricing for our clients. We also know that right now the city is implementing this by holding up the eviction process. So if you're trying to evict a tenant right now, and you had to get your home tested for lead paint, they will halt your eviction. Other than that, we are anticipating that they are going to probably hold rental registrations, which those get renewed at the beginning of every calendar year. So we're kind of anticipating that they might make that a requirement to get your rental property renewed. In addition, they might put this as part of their point of sale as well. At least that's what we think and what our attorneys are thinking. Not sure if this program is going to sustain through the end of the year, but we are working really closely, like I said, with our attorneys on this program to make sure we're in the know on the changes and what's going on. We have worked with our qualified vendors to get our clients really good pricing on the lead testing. We're saving them a lot of money by doing pre-cleaning and just getting them some good discounted rates. So when you refer a client to us and they need to get their home tested for lead, we're making sure that they have all the information. We're making sure that they have access to our qualified vendors. So this is just yet another tool that we're giving you guys to be ahead of the game. I highly doubt all of the agents in Northeast Ohio know about this program, and they're probably not talking about it with their clients who are buying rental properties in Cleveland. So if you guys need any more information or tools or resources to help you, this will definitely set you apart if you know what's going on in the city to share with your clients, especially who are out of state. You know, this program has not been advertised or on the news or anything. So most of your clients probably have no idea what's going on. So this, again, will just set you apart. And I'm happy to give you those tools and resources if you need anything. And again, when you refer them to us, we also share all of that information. So thank you guys for your referrals. They keep coming in. And I love it. So really appreciate it. If you guys need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me for property management stuff.
Thank you so much for that. I know that that's to your point, that is a conversation that has been happening, and it feels very obscure. What is my property going to be impacted? What is that actually going to mean? Who do I go to? Knowing that we have somebody that is very hawkishly watching that to support is extremely helpful. So thank you so much, Jess, and have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to get Miss Jade Tishka from Greater Metropolitan Title and Escrow. Would love to chat with you. What is coming down the pike as it relates to GM Title?
Good morning, everyone. It's just me today. So I just wanted to reiterate, I know Mike already brought it up, but we are doing the CE next Thursday. And thanks to our lovely sponsors, cross country included, we were able to drop the prices of the tickets a little bit. So tickets are now $10, and I will drop the link in the chat box. Other than that, we have a lunch and learn at both offices next week. Come learn about what we do. Next week, both offices are going to be covering what will set you back in title. So any title issues that come up, we will be discussing in both offices, as well as providing lunch. So come learn something. Come say hi if you haven't met us yet. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I have for today.
Great, guys. Great opportunity. Even if you're involved with another title company or you haven't had the chance to use GM Title yet, I encourage you to come out, meet the team, get to know the folks that are going to be on receive for your client's business. We have a fantastic team, and what we're doing here from a title standpoint is pretty powerful in our ability to react to the needs and the changes in the market. And really appreciate your leadership on all of that, Jade. And we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see you this Thursday and next Thursday, hopefully.
Yeah, right? Because if there's lunch, I'll be there.
Exactly.
Right. Excellent. And then last but certainly not least, we want to bring our friend and partner, Gina Legeza from America's Preferred Home Warranty. And we've got some exciting stuff to talk about today. I mean, you're wearing your Keller Williams red, so we know it's going to be a great announcement, Gina. I am going to get out of your way now and let you talk a little bit about where we've got to in our partnership as a company.
Certainly. Thank you. Good morning, Rockstar agents. And Jermaine, this is for you. If you want incredible, authentic Italian food for your birthday Thursday, you come over to Brunswick and I will cook it for you, my man. I really enjoyed his interview. Thank you for that. That really gave me a ton of energy for the big announcements I'd like to talk about. I had the honor of meeting with our leadership team last week. And I just want to say to our leadership team, Julia, Carrie, Sierra, Danielle, and Michael, you guys have been so welcoming to me as the new face of your area sales manager for America's Preferred Home Warranty. And Matt McQuarrie and I, we've actually waited for over 7 years to announce a couple of these big things that are coming. In meeting with our leadership, we talked about our commitment to each other, our long-standing partnership, and we always want to take great care of you guys, our agents. We want to always bring enormous value, buckets of support. Some of those buckets of supports that our agents maybe are not aware of, when Glover University comes in to educate you, events like Mega Camp, Bold, America's Preferred Home Warranty is responsible for bringing this high level of education and events in and always donating to KW Cares. We love you guys, and first and foremost, your well-being, bringing exceptional value to you is on the forefront of our minds and in our hearts. Matt would definitely want me to say that. Through that long-standing partnership, many of our agents don't know this, but on a national level, we have never had a partnership on a national level with Keller Williams. So I'm excited to announce that we are now on a national level sponsorship. We are a platinum partner with Keller Williams nationally. I almost feel like crying, Michael, because the 7 years
a long time
I've been,
coming, right, Gina?
Oh my gosh, Matt and I, we've worked so hard for this. And unfortunately, I was so honored on Friday. Luke Brock asked me to fly to Mega Camp. This would be my first event. I'd be the first area sales manager with Matt McQuarrie to go to Mega Camp. So you're going to see us at Mega Camp when our world changes and we're able to do that safely. You're going to see us at Family Reunion. I mean, this is a really, really big deal, but that's not it. That's not just the big announcement. you know, through this national partnership, and I'll tell you, Michael, it's been 10 years in the making that our team has worked on this. Just the right moment, the right fit, and the time was now. But that's not only the big change that's going to be happening with our partnership. So agents, get ready. Here is the big change also that is coming. I'm holding the big change. And with pride, I'm holding it. Keller Williams branded warranties, America's preferred home warranty. Nothing is going to change in the coverage. It's still the great service, coverage, pricing that you can always count on. It's going to make it even easier for you Rockstar agents to present in the market the home warranty. It will aid your business. It will enhance your business. You will stand out from your competition clearly with our gorgeous red and white branding. I mean, I've just got so much pride, dedication, and happiness in my heart that we can do this. It is live at the Market Center. If anyone is in there, these are there for you. Michael, you want to say anything about this? I mean, this is really.
Yeah, no, I think it's really exciting because we know that there's a ton of benefit to our clients, both on the buy side and the sell side, when it comes to securing a home warranty. And we understand that, look, you know, you will hear us talk about as a company that we are here to support the agent's business, right? And what this does, it may seem like a small tweak or adjustment, but the hope is through this national partnership and through the rebranding of the assets, that it feels more integrated into your business, and it feels like something that appropriately reflects you and your the company that supports you, versus being this other thing off to the side that happens to be a home warranty. Because we want to continue to integrate the experience and the opportunities for our clients, because that is that's the competitive model of the future. And the support that a home warranty provides before, during, and after the transaction, both to your client and to you. I know we've talked about, you know, if the lawyers end up getting involved and knives come out, there's opportunities for protection for you as an agent if you're using a home warranty. And, you know, so we're very excited about it. And yes, Cindy Sobel, to your question, Julia, if you could throw me a thumbs up, I believe both of those were added yesterday to your dot loops and DocuSigns. Is that true, Julia? All right, I got the thumbs up. She wasn't in my screen, but
yes.
yeah, we're thrilled about it. We're excited about it, and we hope that, you know, this little, you know, it's always the little tweaks that can create the big change in the long term. And so anything that you need, you know, any other things that we can do to better support agents supporting their clients, we're going to look for.
100%. And this is my honor to give this to our agents. Here you can kind of see our pricing page. I mean, this is an incredible honor to present this to all of you. I love it. It's never looked better in red and white, has it? I mean, so it is available. We supplied our Market Center on Friday. I'm here for any questions. I just want to thank the leadership team for being so incredibly helpful in getting this launch to everybody. You know, again, nothing's going to change. Great service and coverage, except this outstanding branding to enhance and make it easier than ever to stand out amongst our competition. So we want to thank you guys. We're looking forward to continued partnership, and just thank you so much.
Thank you, Gina. Really appreciate it, and you know, look forward to growing our partnership with this new enhancement and the backdrop of a national partnership with Keller Williams International.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, gang. Well, I am going to slip back into a share screen here for just a couple things. You know, as I was thinking about the market and thinking about you know, you're always going to hear me, you know, try and do a backdrop of the stats And we've talked about how inventory is building over the last couple of months, and what does that mean for our need to polish up our price correction scripts, or to revisit the opportunities with buyers who couldn't get it done in April and May that still could be looking for homes, right? And there's all this conversation around what we can do in the near term, and what we can do with the point and shoot. But I was reflecting on it yesterday and realized that the first thing that has to change, and we're taught this through the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, is it's our mindset, right? Guys, we just finished back-to-back biggest months in the history of the company, right? In terms of the volume, in terms of the almost over 800, almost 850 units in about 40 business days. This company did, right? And it's incredibly exhausting, right? As you all well know. And so as we look at, more inventory in the market, more opportunities for buyers, still a lot of listings coming through the funnel, like there's going to be opportunity, at least in the near term. What's going to happen in the next 90 days? No one knows, but the opportunity's here right now. And before we just bang the drum and say, yeah, let's go get it, I want to reset the mindset for just a second. So we have a conversation, and look, this is, no plagiarism. It's straight out of the Red Book, guys. Millionaire real estate agents, start with a big why, right? They are driven by a big why. And sometimes that big why is just a bunch of little whys all rolled up into one. But as you approach this, this next stretch of 30 or 60 or 90 days with your business, revisit your big why, right? Your big why will give you focus and energy, right? Which are needed now more than ever in your business. And if you don't have a big why, let's have a conversation about getting you one, right? Because there are people that depend on you. There are communities that depend on you. Quick shout out to Quan Brown. He just dropped it in the chat, but he took it upon himself to organize and put together 300 backpacks full of school supplies. If you know someone who doesn't have a backpack or isn't in a position that they can get school supplies to tackle the school year that's coming up, reach out to Quan, check the chat box right now, and take advantage of that. And, I don't know if Quan wakes up every day thinking about backpacks as he goes out and helps his clients, but those two things are inextricably linked. And that's part of his big why, and that's part of his motivation. So once you've got that established, guys, make sure that your big why is supported by big goals, and those big goals are supported by big models, right? So the big why that you want to live, right? The path to it is through achieving really big goals. And those goals, because we are a company of models and systems, need to be supported by tried and true models. That could be 36 touch campaigns from a marketing standpoint. It can be 2 hours of lead generation a day. It could be leveraging your SOI and building a referral-based business. There's models for all of this, but make sure that there is alignment between why you're doing this, what the goal is that gets you there, and the model that supports it. And this does not have to be a thing that we only talk about at business planning clinics. Do a check-in with yourself for 10 minutes today, right? And then use these focusing questions, right? As you look at that, because we have to play this yo-yo game of what's far in the distance, what's in the middle, and then what's right in front of our face. So, where do you want to be in 5 years? That's a great question. It's a hard question to answer. 5's too hard, go to 2. Where do you want to be in 5 months, right? So we're sitting here in 5 months, we'll be booking flights to family reunion, and we'll be heading out, or we'll probably be doing an awards ceremony as a company in early February. So what does it look like to be, where do you want to be in 5 months? And then how does that tie to where you want to be in 5 days, right? What do you want to be doing? Where do you want to be with your business, with your mindset, with your opportunities in 5 days, right? Because if we win the next 5 days, that puts us in a position to win the next 5 months. And then the important thing, the thing that I was reminded of in this process, was we also have to ask the question about who. Who do you want to be in 5 years? Who do you want to be in 5 months? And who do you want to be in 5 days? And a couple months ago, we did a reverse book club on a book called Atomic Habits. And they talked about habit formation and instilling in yourself the habits that get you to the outcomes that you want. And they said that most of the time, we think about the outcomes we want. I want to do this great thing. And then we identify the behaviors that we have to start to lean into, right? Or the habits that we have to start to lean into to get there. And then we think, if I do those things repeatedly, then I'll have this identity. I'll become this, this person, this millionaire real estate agent, right? Or this leader in the community, or this person that gives back. And, the idea of that, look, goals are important, big whys are important, but tying it to identity, it actually goes the other way, guys. Decide who you want to be, right? Decide who you want to be. I want to be a millionaire real estate agent. I want to be a team. I want to be a team owner. I want to be a capper. I want to be the next Jermaine Burge, right? And then through that identity, you can parse out the behaviors, right? What would a millionaire real estate agent do? What would a leader in this community do, right? And the behaviors become really easy to decide on when the identity is locked in. And those behaviors are the things that drive the outcome. And that's why, as I talk to agents who have really big businesses, who have really big lives, right? It's not a grind for them. It's not a constant struggle and a constant weighing of the Libra scales, right? This is what leaders do. This is what millionaire real estate agents do. This is how the wealthy behave. This is how community leaders give back. And then all of a sudden the outcomes flow from there. So at some point today, find 15 minutes, find a blank sheet of paper and just scribble down where you want to be, who you want to be, what that identity is, and see if you can't then look at your calendar and see if there's opportunity to take things off, or add things back as it relates to who you want to be and where that will take you. So just a very, very brief mindset refresh for you here, as we are 10 days into August. We are 10 days into the biggest month our company has ever had, as we anniversary previous biggest month that our company has ever had. And so we are here in any way, shape, or form that you need us to be, as a leadership team, as an agent body, as a family. So please, if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. And with that, I will sunset the sales meeting conversation and encourage all of you to stick around for our tech session today, which will be led by Danielle Sullivan, and will be focused on marketing. So as we nail down that identity, right, we want to show the world who we are, and the marketing and the marketing support inside of Command are fantastic ways to do that and make that easy. So